Science enables cryopreservation, facilitating the preservation of cells and tissues through cryogenic techniques. Despite this advancement, there remains considerable interest in cryonics, the procedure aimed at reviving a frozen human body. The capacity of low temperatures to preserve various entities is remarkable, evident in the concealment of numerous objects in icy environments. From the HMS Terrorek to frozen bison, today you will see 15 creepiest things found frozen in ice. HMS Terrorek. Originally commissioned as a warship and bomb vessel by the Royal Navy in 1813, HMS Terror served in the War of 1812 before being repurposed as a polar exploration vessel 2 decades later. While it survived the conflict, its fate took a dire turn during Antarctic exploration. Alongside HMS Erebus, HMS Terror and its crew never returned to England, vanishing without a trace. Their disappearance sparked a prolonged search effort spanning nearly 170 years, yielding minimal results. The vessels seemed to have evaporated, leaving no clues. Although HMS Erebus was found in 2014, the search for Terror persisted until much later. Finally, on September 12, 2016, the Arctic Research Foundation announced the discovery of HMS Terror's wreck in Nunavut's Terror Bay, off the southwest coast of King William Island, approximately 30 miles from the Erebus wreck. This poignant discovery stands as a solemn reminder of the individuals who embarked on the ill-fated expedition. Frozen lighthouse. There's an enchanting and ethereal quality to objects encased in ice, exemplified by these lighthouses. The ice transforms these structures into fantastical ice castles, their frozen forms taking on a breathtaking beauty reminiscent of fairy tales. The intricate icicles and delicate tendrils of ice lend an air of sculpted artistry to the lighthouses, particularly evident in this example along the shores of Lake Michigan. Despite the frigid temperatures, daring videographers and photographers ventured out to capture the timeless allure of these frozen edifices. The accumulation of ice is a result of the relentless assault of waves and splashes from all directions, some towering over 50 feet, contributing to the creation of this mystical spectacle. However, the transient nature of frozen lighthouses means that their enchanting visage will soon melt away with rising temperatures, dissolving the magical scene along with the ice. Antarctic icefish. There are some creatures on Earth that can survive both the extreme heat and the extreme cold, while some can survive either of the two. The Nototheniod in particular is a group of fishes that are found mainly in the Antarctic and subantarctic waters. At some point in history, before the Antarctic water's temperature began to cool, it was once home to temperature fish that included sharks, rays, and bony marine creatures. Now, only these Antarctic, bottom-dwelling ice fish survived. These creatures have an antifreeze substance in their bodies called glycoprotein, which lowers their blood freezing point, and this trait allows them to survive and diversify into many species. How cool is that? Jur. Were you aware that the oldest known puppy was discovered in the Yukon Territory of Canada during the summer of 2016? This puppy, estimated to be 57,000 years old, is perfectly preserved within a massive wall of permafrost in an icy environment. Remarkably, this young wolf pup has endured through millennia and remains the most intact wolf mummy ever unearthed. Identified as a female, the pup was later named Jur, meaning wolf in the local community's language. Jur is just one of the extraordinary animals retrieved from the Siberian tundra, many of which lived during the Pleistocene epoch, also known as the Ice Age, spanning from approximately 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. Consider the incredible preservation of Jur's fur and body, including delicate aspects such as her tongue, over thousands of years, courtesy of the permafrost. Though Jur was merely a young wolf, her discovery offers researchers a glimpse into a bygone era when diverse creatures roamed the Earth. Tragically, Jur passed away at a tender age of around 7 weeks, a time when wolves typically transition to solid food, relying less on their mother's milk. Despite her short life, Jur's exceptionally preserved remains allow her to be observed millennia after her demise. Regrettably, Jur's species no longer inhabits the Yukon. Instead, her descendants reside in both Alaska and Eurasia. Bloodfalls. Witnessing blood-red water coursing beneath the pristine white glaciers of Antarctica is a truly captivating experience known as blood falls. This phenomenon emanates from the Taylor Glacier's tongue in Victoria Land, East Antarctica. Australian geologist Griffin Taylor first encountered this peculiar water body in 1911, leading to the naming of the glacier in his honor. For years, scientists and researchers grappled with unraveling the mystery behind the fall's crimson hue. Initially attributed to red algae, further investigation revealed that the coloration stemmed from the high concentration of iron oxide in the water, rather than microorganisms. The water source is essentially a plume originating from an ancient lake lying more than 1,000 feet beneath the Taylor Glacier, a testament to its existence spanning millions of years. The strikingly rusty and blood-like appearance of the falls undoubtedly captivates all who behold it. Fight to death. Arguably one of the most legendary confrontations in history unfolded between two colossal moose, discovered frozen in combat and entombed in ice near a village along Alaska's icy western coast. Initially, the spectacle was unveiled when one moose's massive antler protruded from the snow, prompting further excavation that revealed the scene of a fierce battle between the two creatures. Occurring at the culmination of the rutting season, the clash undoubtedly stemmed from territorial disputes over potential mates. Observers surmised that one moose succumbed to wounds sustained in the skirmish, while the other became ensnared with its adversary's antlers, eventually succumbing to the elements as they were gradually buried under snow. Witnessing this eternal struggle left spectators awestruck, with many describing the sight as surreal. Despite its chilling nature, the spectacle held a certain fascination. However, the frozen moose were eventually removed from the ice, with some of the meat salvaged for dog food and trapping bait, while the heads were reportedly bleached and mounted as trophies in local camps. Mammoth mummy. Presenting Yucca, the most impeccably preserved woolly mammoth ever discovered, following closely after the perfectly mummified wolf pup. Unearthed by local Siberian tusk hunters in 2010, Yucca's carcass was promptly relinquished to regional scientists for examination, eventually being exhibited in Moscow. Yucca offers a remarkable window into the past, offering a glimpse back nearly 39,000 years. Similar to Jura the wolf pup, Yucca is also a juvenile female, named after the village near her excavation site. To this day, Yucca remains unparalleled in preservation among mammoth mummies. Scientists speculate that Yucca may have perished by drowning or becoming trapped in a swamp, evident in the stark contrast between her well-preserved lower body and less preserved upper torso. What sets Yucca apart even further? Researchers managed to extract blood from her remains, aiming to uncover potential natural antifreeze properties within mammoth blood. Intriguingly, South Korean scientists secured rights to pursue mammoth cloning efforts, a venture led by renowned researcher Wang Woo-suk, known for cloning a dog in 2005. However, the likelihood of successfully cloning these prehistoric creatures remains uncertain, which may indeed be a fortuitous outcome, considering the potential consequences akin to the fictional Jurassic Park narrative. New life. Recently, researchers made a groundbreaking discovery while delving into the depths of Antarctica's icy terrain. It's astonishing to find such abundance of life thriving beneath the frozen expanse of the Antarctic, a region known for its harsh conditions and sparse fauna. Despite the extreme environment, life seems to persist everywhere on Earth. In 2018, researchers drilled 2 boreholes through nearly 600 feet of the formidable ice shelf in the southeastern Weddell Sea, where temperatures plummeted to -2.2 degrees Celsius. Much like the diverse ecosystems found in warmer oceanic waters, it's remarkable to uncover thriving life forms beneath the frigid waters beneath the ice shelf. This exploration revealed a rich biodiversity, unveiling 77 newly discovered species, ranging from worms to moss animals. However, amidst this remarkable discovery, the urgent threat of climate change looms large, leaving little time to preserve and further explore these fascinating new species. Frozen brain. Within the remains of Yucca lies a remarkably well-preserved brain. Utilizing computed tomography and magnetic resonance imaging scans, researchers thoroughly examined her brain. Leveraging advanced technology and the exceptional preservation of her brain, researchers successfully identified the white and gray matter of the mammoth cerebrum and meticulously studied the intact cerebellum for the first time. This exploration revealed that the brain structure of the mammoth closely resembles that of contemporary elephants. Additionally, insights gained from this study offer valuable techniques for the proper preservation of brain specimens that may be discovered in the future. Fox. The image of this frozen fox might evoke memories of the Ice Age movie. While it may seem cinematic, this is indeed a genuine fox trapped within a natural cryo chamber. Discovered by a man in Germany, the fox was found completely frozen, yet remarkably preserved. Nature's harshness is evident in this scene, as it appears the unfortunate creature fell into the river and succumbed to freezing temperatures. Adding to the tragedy, the ice chunks encasing the fox separated, leaving it fully exposed as if serving as a cautionary display, warning others to be wary of the frozen lake. 100-year-old Shackleton whiskey. It's commonly believed that aged whiskey offers superior flavor, and there may be merit to this notion. Take, for example, the discovery of crates containing 100-year-old Shackleton whiskey in the Antarctic. Who needs a refrigerator when nature itself provides the perfect chilling environment? These crates were originally transported to Antarctica by explorer Ernest Shackleton in 1907, likely intended to provide warmth during his expedition. While alcohol isn't the most effective method for raising body temperature, Shackleton brought along some spirits and left behind a portion. Whether he intended it as a charming surprise for future explorers remains uncertain, but the researchers who stumbled upon the crates were undoubtedly surprised and delighted. In total, 4 crates of alcoholic beverages were uncovered, with 1 crate taken to a museum in Christchurch and others returned to Scotland for distillers to explore their heritage. Furthermore, enthusiasts are working to replicate the flavor of this century-old whiskey, eager to taste a piece of history. Otzi Man. Nearly 3 decades ago, Otzi the Iceman was discovered on the periphery of a lake in the Ansel Alps, straddling the border of Austria and Italy. Found lying face down in the ice, Otzi had been naturally preserved by the frigid temperatures for over 5,000 years. Upon his initial discovery, he captured immediate public attention, yet there's much more to his remains than initially meets the eye. Thanks to scientific advancements, researchers have been able to glean further insights into this enigmatic figure. Otzi was of diminutive stature, measuring only 5 feet 2 inches tall, and he was in his 40s at the time of his demise. Additionally, analysis revealed that Otzi was left-handed. Furthermore, researchers discovered a litany of health issues plaguing Otzi, including cavities, intestinal parasites, Lyme disease, and various joint ailments affecting his hips, shoulders, and back. However, what ultimately led to his demise, in addition to his poor physical condition, was his genetic predisposition to arteriosclerosis, a condition characterized by the thickening and stiffening of arteries, hindering the flow of blood, oxygen, and nutrients from the heart. Remarkably, Otzi possessed the oldest known case of heart disease ever recorded. Space rocks in Antarctica. As I mentioned earlier, the ancient permafrost of Antarctica likely harbors more mysteries than we can imagine. For example, were you aware that nearly 2/3 of all meteorites found on Earth originate from Antarctica? It's true. Despite expectations of these space rocks landing elsewhere, they seem to be disproportionately abundant in the frozen expanse of Antarctica. This might actually be advantageous, as the extreme cold of the environment aids in preserving these meteorites. Additionally, these meteorites tend to have darker hues, making them stand out against the continent's white landscape, facilitating their discovery. Fortunately, many of these meteorites are situated atop blue ice areas, enhancing their visibility. To this day, scientists continue to grapple with determining which regions of the continent harbor meteorites. Presently, they speculate that, in addition to the 45,000 meteorites already recovered from Antarctica, tens of thousands more await discovery. Cryochamber. Cautionary note: if you happen upon an animal frozen in ice, exercise restraint before presuming it deceased, especially if it's a cold-blooded creature like an alligator. Unfamiliarity with these creatures could lead to quite the startling encounter should you approach an alligator frozen beneath the ice, its snout protruding. These creatures employ a remarkable survival strategy known as icing as winter approaches. The term seems apt, doesn't it? Despite remaining submerged in water, alligators extend their snouts above the surface. While frozen, this posture might erroneously suggest a struggle to escape the water before succumbing to the cold. Consider icing, or rather brumation, akin to hibernation for reptiles, albeit with a shorter survival duration compared to mammals. During icing, alligators significantly reduce their metabolic rate to endure. Remarkably, they exhibit a keen sense of timing, lifting their snouts just before the water nears freezing. Once the frigid weather relents, alligators seamlessly readapt to their surroundings. It's truly remarkable how these creatures navigate and survive harsh environmental conditions. This insight offers yet another fascinating facet to these formidable predators. Therefore, if you chance upon a frozen lake adorned with protruding snouts, exercise caution and afford the alligators the opportunity to weather the freezing temperatures undisturbed. Now, focus up and check out the pic. Inside a glacier's heart in Iceland, a hiker comes face to face with a sight that gives them the chills. It's a shadowy, giant-like figure trapped in the ice, big as an old Norse legend. It's got the whole internet tossing and turning, cooking up stories about ice trolls or ancient warriors. But the cool-headed science guys step in and explain it's just a bunch of algae, and the way the ice formed that's messing with our heads, creating a natural masterpiece that looks like it's straight out of a fantasy. Even though it's just an illusion, it's still a crazy cool reminder of how awesome nature can be. Remember to leave a comment using the hashtag #ThePic and share your feedback on the content we've just shared. Frozen bison. Hidden within the ancient permafrost lies yet another marvel of preservation, the remarkably intact body of a steppe bison, discovered in 2011 by members of the Yukagir tribe in northern Siberia. This creature, which vanished from existence millennia ago, serves as the ancestor to all modern bison species. While numerous bison mummies have been unearthed previously, this particular specimen stands out as the most impeccably preserved. Its internal organs, including the brain, heart, blood vessels, and digestive system, remain nearly intact, a rarity considering the typical fate of carcasses, which are often consumed or deteriorate over time. Like Jur and Yuka, the frozen young wolf and elephant, the Yukagir bison met its demise at a tender age, around 4 years old. Tragically, it appears the animal perished due to starvation, frozen in time as a poignant relic of the past. This impeccably preserved mummy offers scientists a glimpse into the circumstances surrounding the extinction of these species millennia ago. Before concluding this account, here's an intriguing tidbit. In 1984, researchers in Alaska ventured to cook a portion of meat from a 50,000-year-old bison discovered frozen in ice. Remarkably, those who sampled the rare meat experienced no adverse effects and lived to share their tale. Reportedly, the stew concocted from the ancient meat proved surprisingly palatable, with each participant managing to finish a bowl. What are your thoughts on these remarkable findings? Are there any other fascinating objects or creatures you know of that have been discovered frozen in ice? Feel free to share your insights in the comments section below. Don't forget to explore our additional captivating content currently displayed on the screen. Until next time, take care everyone.